Alrighty, welcome to episode 12 of
Our Animal Adventure Live!
That was the best one!
That was a really good one.
Super!
So, obviously, you can see we've got some really adorable baby silver foxes here. But before we talk about these guys, a couple things real quick. First thing, our animal park is open this weekend, so make sure you go out, visit us at our animal park. Now, also, this is for the guided safari tours. This is the last weekend that the monkey encounters are included in the tours. So, if you have not yet come out to meet the monkeys and you've been wanting to, this is the weekend to do it. Now, obviously, you can see I'm not here alone. We've got Jordy Bear. To my right, Monty, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Monty. This is actually the first live I've really done with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
welcome.
welcome. All right, who's behind Monty?
I'm Alec. This is a cute. I want to name him Arthur.
Well, that just really proves who Alec is.
No, that was a perfect introduction for
All right, and who's behind Jordy Bear?
My name is Mike. Hi guys.
Okay. Now, to these amazing little foxes, I'm going to get a little bit closer here so you guys can see how stinking cute they are. I've got some true or false questions about the foxes that I will be asking everybody, even Jordy Bear. We're going to actually start with Jordy Bear.
We have Jordan spell his answer.
Addie just said stinking because they are.
Yeah, because actually, that was not pun intended, but it works because if you have never been out here before, you probably don't know what silver foxes smell like. We have their parents, Todd and Myra. We also have their brother, Ruger, and then Ruger's best friend, Taz. And they are probably the smelliest animals on the farm. Super duper stinky. If only we had like 4D availability on these lives where you guys can like smell this. It's absolutely insane. But you get used to it after a little bit. Now, these guys will be 6 weeks old this weekend, which is really exciting. They're starting to eat solid food, which is also really exciting, all on their own. Monty actually figured that out the other day. You want to tell them about that?
Oh my gosh, so I went to go drop food to their parents, and I was fully not aware that they're eating solid meat yet, and two of them come what can be called sprinting for their size and age, straight out, stole a bunch of meat, ran back in the hut. I know, who is it? Let me see their feet. I think it's, where is it? I think it's, no, it's yours. This one right here eats more than all of them combined.
I mean, look how
Like
chunky.
he's barking at the other ones to get off the bowl.
He's a chunky baby. And they're all boys. We do definitely need name suggestions. I know Alec has his name picked out for his baby ones. Oh, Addie, you have a name suggestion?
I have a name.
Let's hear it.
Maui.
Maui? We have a Maui
Oh,
already.
yeah.
What's your name, Gavin? Mufasa? That's actually really
I love
cute.
that,
Yeah,
actually.
that's a really cute name. But you can see we do have people behind the scenes over here that you will be meeting, but we did get a name suggestion, Mufasa. That's actually really, really cute. Now, a couple, let's do some true or false, and I would like for you guys to jump on and answer these true or false questions too. We're going to start with Jordan. Okay? True or false? The silver fox is a completely separate species from the red fox. Don't answer it yet. Make sure everybody heard that. I'll repeat it. The silver fox is a completely separate species from the red fox. So if you think you know the answer, comment true or false. We'll wait. 32.
And then while we're waiting, I do have someone on Instagram,
Mhm.
ABW8102 wants to know how many does Mama typically have?
So, from experience, she's had up to 6 before. She only had 5 this time, but from what we've read on the internet, if I remember correctly, they can have I think up to 13
They got 12 or
babies.
13
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah, they can have a lot of babies. And silver foxes are not very large, full grown. They're only about 10 to 12 pounds full grown. So imagine carrying 12 freaking babies
That's
around.
insane.
That would be
I wonder how
insane.
much weight they gain while they're pregnant. Like how heavy
Yeah.
the difference is.
I only
Probably
have,
double.
Right?
Yeah, right?
I only have one person answering so far. Oh,
Okay. All right, Jordy. What is your? Well, what did that person say?
Crystal on Facebook said true.
Okay.
What was it? Remind me of the.
Okay, can you use it in a sentence? The silver
EDventure?
fox is a completely separate species from the red fox.
I'm gonna say false on that one.
Okay, and you would be correct. Do you know why? Yes, he said. Do you know why that's false?
Yes.
Okay. Can you
You wanna elaborate a little bit?
Elaborate, please.
So it's false because these guys, the only difference between a red fox and a silver fox is the coloration. Now the silver foxes have what's that word?
Melanin.
Melanin.
Mm-hmm.
Have more melanin than the red foxes do, and that's legitimately the only difference between these guys. So that's why they are the same species.
Okay, that was pretty awesome. All right, Mike, you're next.
Oh boy.
Let's see.
Give me a really hard one.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking through to see. All right, let's. I didn't even. Okay, here we go. Silver foxes in the wild. Well, this one's easy, but silver foxes in the wild are more common than red foxes in North America. True or false? Don't answer yet. Let's see. I'll repeat that again. In the wild, silver foxes are more common than red foxes in North America.
That's like the time.
Right?
To expand on Jordan's answer as well, so what the silver fox really is, to fully explain it, is a color morph. So there are variations in color based off genetics. So animals can be albino, leucistic, they can be melanistic. So there's a bunch of different color variations that happens with their genetics. Albinism is when it suppresses the melanin, so it suppresses any like color pigments that come into them. And then the melanistic version for like a silver fox means that it is amplified. So all the darker pigments will amplify over any other color pigments like red or anything like that. So that's why they get this awesome color pattern.
Wow, you really recovered from your introduction.
You're
Yeah,
professional.
that was
Good recovery. Good
You're
recovery.
good.
Actually, I do have a brain inside of here, just don't use it often.
You use it all the time. You're very smart.
Thanks, Eva.
Did anybody
So now we got
answer?
all
I
mine.
have three. You're like, I'm going to record.
Showtime.
I do have 3 people that answered. Do you want me to answer before Mike answers it?
Yeah, let's see what everybody thinks.
I have 3 people on Instagram saying false.
Okay, Mike, what's your answer?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes.
It's been a while.
In the wild, silver foxes are more common than red foxes in North America.
I'm gonna also go with false.
Okay, that would actually be true. So also, everybody that answered false, you guys are also right.
You want me to explain why?
You can explain why.
Perfect. So the reason why I went with false is because they actually only make up 10% of the red fox population in North America.
Oh, and Donna got it right.
Oh yes, and Donna, you want a job? We'll hire you. You can replace Mike. That'd be great, actually. Anywho, all right, Alec, you're next.
Oh, no.
Let's see. True or false? Silver foxes were the main focus of a famous Russian domestication experiment that began in the 1950s.
Do I answer right away?
No. I just wanted your what would that be called?
Facial
Reaction.
expression.
Yeah, your reaction.
Shock factor.
Okay. Let's see, and I'll repeat that again for everybody on live. Silver foxes were the main focus of a famous Russian domestication experiment that began in the 1950s. While we're waiting on any answers, I think I'm going to talk about one of my favorite things about silver foxes, and I think it would probably be how different they look as babies compared to when they're adults. And I know that might sound a little like cheesy, but like as babies, you could see they're all like so dark. But their parents and our other silver foxes, when they're older, they get all this like white and well silver, I guess would be the better coloration. They get silver hair sprinkled all throughout their body. Some of them get actually really silver in the face. It's actually really, really cute. Another thing a lot of people don't know about silver foxes, he's so cute, grabbing my finger, is that they're really good at climbing. And originally they were actually classified as felines, and then they were moved into the canine family. Or it's not actually The canine. It's a
No, they're
subspecies from the canine.
Lupus
Yeah.
lupus.
Yeah, which is
Sean Kalin Sr. said he misses you guys.
oh, our number one fan.
Our best supporter.
Big love to Big Sean.
Sean, make sure you share. Okay?
Yeah, share. Yeah, share the
Officers
live.
share.
Yes. Share. Okay, do we have any answers to that one?
We do. We have
Okay.
Kaylin Skellington
Well,
from Facebook says
interesting.
true.
Yeah.
Terry Terry Lucky Terry
Mhm.
says true. And then
Okay.
ABCGFG and also ABW8102, they've been answering and interacting with everything. So thank you so much. They all say
Yeah,
true
that's
as
awesome.
well.
Thank you guys. All right, Alec.
So if I remember the question, it was about a famed Russian experiment that had to do in what, the 1950s?
1950s of domestication in foxes.
Domestication. So I'm going to probably go with Aunt T and say yes, that is true on that one. Now I know from Russian experiments they
That's
did
true.
a lot of domestication with like Pavlov's dogs, which was
Mhm.
messed up, where they trained them with like ringing and going to the sound of a bell to salivate for eating food. So I know there was a lot of Russian experiments that were going on around those times about canines or the canine family. So I'd have to assume they definitely would be doing some domestication studies with these guys because they are awesome. And if you treat them and are able to domesticate them the way that we did wolves over a long time, I'm sure they could be in a way like dogs. So I say yeah.
And I also just saw online that there was a time, and I'll have to read up on this and maybe make a full post on it, but just really quickly while it's fresh in my head, that in the military, they would actually gift domesticated foxes to a lot of military people that were deployed, and they would use
to take
them
care of
to
them.
take care of
That's
them.
so
that's
awesome.
cool.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Which I'll read more and get all my facts on that, but I just recently saw that. I thought that was really cool.
What did you say? Oh, Arthur did want to chime in. He said that he thinks Pavlov's messed up though. He didn't like that
I
dog
don't like
experiments.
that. Yeah, I don't blame him
He
at
was
all.
like, leave my boys alone.
Yeah.
Thank you, Arthur.
Yeah, thank you, Arthur. You're a smart man. Smart man. Okay.
Wait, so real quick, I just want to explain to somebody on Instagram, the things hanging behind them are not nooses. They are for our monkeys.
All right, guys.
Monkeys.
We literally get this every week. These are literally for monkeys, spider monkeys specifically. They swing back and forth. I promise you, everything is fine.
They try and hit you in the
Wink,
head with
wink.
that
No,
one.
I'm
I swear.
joking, really. Yeah, everything's
And then someone
fine.
said, I need one of those dogs, but they are not dogs.
They're not dogs. They are silver foxes, and they definitely do not act like dogs.
They don't
Foxes,
smell like them.
They
either.
don't smell like them either. Their poop is rough. Their pee is even worse.
Yeah, if
So-
you guys have ever been in the woods and you think you're smelling a skunk, there's a good chance you're smelling a fox instead.
Yeah, that's how similar they smell. All right, Monty. Your true or false question is.
What are these silver foxes? No.
What
is that?
What fox? What color are these? Okay, so let's see. Did I ask this one already? Oh man.
Number 7.
What are you doing?
Arthur's writing it.
Okay, yeah, I could do number 7. Okay, true or false?
Uh-huh.
The silver coat color of silver foxes is a result of a rare genetic mutation within red fox populations.
What? There's a fox in my hair.
But you don't have to answer that yet. We'll give them a minute. I'll repeat it. The silver coat color of silver foxes is a result of a rare genetic mutation within red fox populations. Now, while we're letting that.
Do you want me to ask? We have questions, or you want to?
Oh, yeah, but really quick, while this is also fresh in my mind, I did want to mention while we were on the dog topic and people trying to compare foxes to dogs, one thing that is very similar is when they are happy, they do wag their tails just like dogs do, and it's probably one of the cutest things in the whole wide world.
But it's so sassy. Though.
It is so
It's
sassy. It's like because their tails get like really feathery when they get bigger and like really fluffy, and then they also make the most amazing sounds ever. Jordan, Mike, and Alec, can you guys demonstrate what the foxes sound like? Yeah, Jordan. Jordan, chime in. Yeah, come on. Come on.
They nailed it, so I don't want to take the spotlight.
No. Let's hear yours. You missed your shot while they were making sounds. You could have just hit it, but now you got to do it by yourself. Let's hear it.
While we're waiting for the answers, I do want to go over one more thing. We are going to be posting more on Snapchat.
Oh yeah.
So make sure you guys are going on Snapchat. The name is EDventures, capital ED as well. Just make sure you guys are going on there following. I'm going to be posting on there a lot more than we have been.
Also,
Alright.
are you going to be posting sounds of you making foxes?
Yeah. Now do that now.
Do we have any?
Jordy, go! Come on. Perfect.
Okay, Aunt Donna wants to know, what do they eat? If this
Great
says she loves you guys.
Love you, Abyss.
And Sean Sr. said Jordan needs a haircut.
I know.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking that today, looking in the mirror.
I'll give him a haircut,
I'm okay.
and I won't botch it.
Someone said, what does a fox say to Jordan?
Yeah. Well, Monty, before you answer your true or false question, if you actually, one thing to also mention, I know I'm like my dad. Jeez.
Yeah.
But Monty is one of the managers out here, and she's in charge of animal. Well, one of the amazing managers in charge of nutrition and making sure that all the animals out here are getting exactly what they need. So I'll let Monty answer that question since she's the pro.
All right, are we getting specific, like what they eat this morning, or just in general? I can go both.
In general.
Yeah, in general. Yeah,
You
we'll
said,
start with in
is she
general.
answering what the babies eat or what fox?
Well,
silver
they're
foxes
eating
eat?
right now exactly what their parents
Yeah.
Oh,
are.
okay.
I just
Yeah.
cut it up into tinier pieces.
Okay.
Yeah. So right now we're feeding our foxes a lot of chicken gizzards. I actually give them some beef liver today. That was great. They occasionally will get some of the some like trout and things like that, but it's not really good to be like a main part of their diet. They can get a lot of deficiencies from it if they're consuming too much fish. But other than that, they'll get a lot of raw chicken.
You hear? There you go. That's what the fox says. Hi. Did you just wake up?
Oh my gosh, wait, that was so
That
cute.
was really cute.
He's like, raw chicken!
Yeah, he said, wait, I'm hungry now.
Yeah, he heard us talking about his food.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they'll eat a lot of raw meat, but they are technically considered omnivores, so they will eat little like fruits and veggies. I actually know that one of my favorite foxes here, her name is Taz, she loves peanuts of all things.
Oh, yes, that she does.
And
love
Todd and Butter
peanuts.
actually do love peanut butter, kind of like dogs.
Oh, yeah, they do. Guys, I don't know if you're able to hear that, but that was probably the cutest sound
That was
I've
so
ever heard
cute.
in my life. What are you talking
Okay,
about?
and Haley just said, more babies, love and miss you guys.
Oh, Haley, we miss you so much.
We don't miss you. Okay, we love you.
We don't miss you, yeah.
We love you. Tell Jasky boy say hello.
Yeah, we love you too, Graham. All right, well that's pretty cool. So lots of raw meat, lots of fun stuff
Yeah.
that I don't like to eat.
Yeah, they don't really like their veggies as much, but we're
No.
trying to get them to
Yeah.
It's like a parent force feeding their kid vegetables. Like you gotta put it in there and just hope they eat it.
Yeah, exactly. They kind of like hide it in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we'll go back to the true or false question, and then we'll be saying goodbye to these babies and bringing in the next set of babies. So, just to remind everybody, the true or false question was the silver fox color of silver foxes is a result of a rare genetic mutation within red fox populations.
I've got true and false.
Do you have a majority of true or false?
No, I only had actually two people answer, Graham and ABCDFG.
Okay. What did they? Who said what?
Let me just make sure.
I
Graham
love that
said,
I love it so
Graham
much.
said true, and then ABCDFG said false.
Okay. All right, Monty.
I'm going to have to go with true.
It is true. Graham, you're hired, Graham. Good job,
Oh,
Graham.
mama!
Yes. Oh my
I
goodness.
like that too.
Wait, can you bring him a little bit closer? See if he talks to them before. Say goodbye, everybody. And in the meantime, I'll start getting all the little foxes.
Just look at that cute face right there. I'm not talking about me this
Oh
time.
my
I'm
God.
talking about the fox.
I'll take all the
And then Uncle G,
Must I give
Uncle G said he's so amazed at your knowledge of
I
animals.
can put him right here. Hold on.
This is
You can
Arthur.
just go
It's hard to
right in my
Oh
pocket.
my god. This is Arthur.
Alrighty, but everybody stay where you're at because the next set of babies is gonna be coming in.
Oh, Aunt KK said that she said true. I must have missed that. I'm sorry. Sorry, Aunt KK. You're right too.
Alrighty.
It's hard
Alec
to
is
keep
going to be
up.
taking the babies. In case you're wondering how we get all 5 babies in and out, we literally just literally.
And there goes water.
It's just water.
It's just water.
We put them in a little like storage bin and we just carry them in and out. But now, next set of babies, while I am gone.
Do you need some assistance or?
Yes, I'll take Monty for assistance.
Alright, so while they're gone, I'll have Gavin. Gavin's gonna
Should
come
I
over
get
and sit
out?
next to Jordan. What did you say?
Where, Gavin?
Come sit next to Jordan.
So this right here, I don't know if you guys know who this is. This is my cousin Gavin.
This is our cousin Gavin. He is an animal lover like us, but he is incredibly intelligent when it comes to dinosaurs. So we want to know, he actually taught me something this week, and I had no idea. There's a dinosaur that it's spelled differently than it sounds. What was that dinosaur that you taught me and Addison on?
Pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl. Does anybody know how to spell pterodactyl?
Yeah.
Don't ask me because I
Does it
don't know
start-
how to smell that good.
Does it start with a T or a P?
T.
Does it start with a T or a P?
Oh, P though.
That's
Does it
P.
really?
Hey.
That is,
Hey, and he taught me that this
that's
week. I
crazy.
couldn't believe
But
I
it.
then
didn't know.
when you
I
say
just
it
learned
starts
something
with
new.
Yeah. What is another fun fact that we can learn about a dinosaur? What is your favorite fact about a dinosaur?
Mosasaurus can swim for 16
They were
16 miles. They can swim 4.
what?
hours.
Oh, 6
Oh,
hours.
That's
No,
that's
60
pretty cool.
miles per hour, did he say?
No, they could swim. Say it again, Gavin.
Hours.
What kind of dinosaur?
Say
Mosasaurus.
Mortosaurus.
That's something else I just learned. And
Yeah.
Dad, if you're wondering, this is my school for today because I'm learning
A
right now.
mosasaurus,
So-
right? Was it a mosasaurus? I think I'm.
Yeah.
It's a mosasaurus.
A mosasaurus.
mosasaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that-
incredible. Do you have anything else you want to tell us real quick? And then
Can I tell you my favorite dinosaur? Yeah. My favorite dinosaur is either between a Tyrannosaurus Rex or a Stegosaurus.
Mhm.
What's your favorite?
Spinosaurus.
Spinosaurus.
Those
They're
are pretty
pretty
cool.
Yeah, they're very cool. Very cool.
What do you have in your hand there?
Oh yeah.
Oh, what is that?
Porcupine.
Porcupine
Porcupine
quill.
quill. Mhm.
Yeah. You have to be very careful because they're very sharp, right?
I wonder if porcupines could be derivatives of Spinosauruses. Can you
Yeah.
imagine that? Just a little bit smaller than a Spinosaurus.
Well, Gavin, thank you so much for joining our live and
Can you-
telling us a
can
few
you say bye to
things. Say
everyone?
bye to everybody. Especially Graham. You know Graham's on there right now. Say bye, Graham. All right, guys. Thank you.
Alrighty. Now the next set of babies coming on in. I'm gonna hand you Felix. Jordy Bear. It's stuck in my shirt.
It's like on mine too.
We had a lot of people saying hi, Gavin.
One little baby. You can give
And
a
Michael John
Penelope to
loves
Mike.
Tyrannosaurus.
In the meantime,
No,
I'm gonna come really close with this guy. This is Pua. My little man, Pua. Look how cute he is. Say hi to everybody. Say hi to everybody. So, and I'll have Monty, if you want to go show them Moana, and then we'll switch. I'll have Jordy go up. So then Moana is in Monty's hands. Jordan has Felix. And then Mike has Vanellope. And I'll explain their names once they all get a nice little close-up of
She
all of
licked
them.
it for the camera. in the middle. She was like,
Oh, that's so cute. Do a little rotation.
"You're very photogenic. I have to admit, you look great on
I
camera."
know they
You're
do.
very photogenic.
They see the camera too, and they work. Yeah, they're very sassy too. That's Moana.
That's Moana.
Yeah, Moana of Motunui. Alrighty, so now that you have seen all the babies, so again, quick recap. I have Pua, Monty has Moana. So if you've never seen the Moana movie on Disney, obviously it's called Moana, but their mom's name is Maui. So we have Moana, Maui, and Pua. He's named after the little piggy. Now in Jordan's hands, there is Felix, and then now Alec has Vanellope. Excuse me. Because their dad's name is Ralph, and those names are from Wreck-It Ralph, which is pretty cool. Now, these guys are 6 weeks old and doing really, really well. Their mom did a fantastic job raising them, and now they're actually starting to eat solid food, and they make the cutest sounds. Let me see if I can bring them a little closer. Wait, now you're being so quiet.
The sounds were so
Let's
cute
see.
a second ago.
Let me know if you guys can hear that sound.
Got people saying, "Oh my god."
I know I can hear it.
You can't?
No, everybody can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally the cutest little sound ever. It's like almost like the equivalent of like a cat purring. It's gonna be a really, really cute, comfy sound that they make. Now these guys, couple things right off the bat, obviously, being a raccoon. These guys are super smart, actually a lot more active than some people may think. Very good at climbing, obviously, making those little sounds, I can't handle it. Even at this age, super mobile, like climbing around all over the place, giving us and mom a run for our money because they are just on the move 24/7. Now I do have, oh no, what do I do with my phone?
Your phone
Is it
Oh, perfect.
is right there.
Perfect, because I do have true or false questions about these guys as well. We are going to start with Jordy Bear again, because I love starting with Jordy Bear. Alrighty, so true or false? Even though, did you just see the answer? Because you're cheating. You're looking
I
right
didn't
at
even know
my
there was
phone.
answers on there.
Okay, so we'll be fine. True or false? Raccoons have a greater density of nerve endings in their front paws than in any other part of their body. And everybody else can answer that too. True or false? Raccoons have a greater density of nerve endings in their front paws than in any other part of their body.
You want me to answer now?
Do we have anybody answering yet, Mom? Any other questions?
Remember, it's a little delayed.
It is a little
Yeah.
delayed, that's right. Yeah.
It's a little delayed. So.
Someone said it's my boy, but I don't know who they're talking about.
Jordan Bear.
Jordy Bear.
Nice TV.
Fans.
Okay, well, while we're giving everybody a minute,
ABC, just thank ABCGEFG on Instagram for interacting with us. They've been interacting with us the whole entire time.
Thank you.
ABCDEFG.
Yeah.
Thank you, ABCDEFG, for staying and hanging out with us. Really, that's all we really ask for.
And
Is
of
you guys
course-
to interact with us, talk to us, hang out with us. We absolutely love it.
Chelsea from Facebook.
Oh, we
And
love
thank
you,
you.
Chelsea. You hang out with us every week.
Yeah.
We love when we see your name pop up in would it be called the chat? Is that what everyone calls it now? The chat?
messaging? I
The
don't know.
the
The
feed,
comments?
the comments.
Whatever you want to call it.
Comments.
Yeah.
Alright, so
Yeah.
we have a few truths.
Okay. All right, Jordy Bear, your turn. True or false?
I'm trying to remember. Alright, I remember. I'm going to say true.
And everybody would be correct.
Yep.
It is true.
They said true
Oh
too.
my gosh, and KK, you're hired. Oh my gosh.
Our family's
Oh,
very
fair.
smart.
Yeah, very smart. Very smart.
But they could be looking up the answers.
Kristen said who knew?
Yeah, I know, right? That's
We're all
kind of
so
crazy.
smart.
Yeah, we're so smart. So Jordy Bear's right. It is true, and everybody else is right as well. These guys, their hands are extremely sensitive. They even become even more sensitive when they're wet. So if you've ever seen videos or even just witnessed raccoons dipping their hands in water before eating or even putting their food in water while they're eating it, it's super helpful, super beneficial to them as well. And oh, he's trying to nurse off of my arm at the moment. What are you doing, crazy boy? Oh yeah, Jordy Bear, if you want to check questions on YouTube as well. All right, Mike, you're up next. Raccoons, true or false? Raccoons are strictly nocturnal and will never forage during the day, even in urban areas.
Don't answer yet.
They don't answer yet.
I'll
I
think
just,
on it.
and I do have to say something real quick, because Queens Bee Pharmacy, that's how it's said, is in our Instagram, and she has been helping Dad with a whole bunch of bee pollen.
I did hear all about
and
this.
some tallow.
Yeah, my dad
So thank you,
yeah.
Queens Bee.
My dad talks about that literally like every single day, about how much it helps him, how beneficial it is. So if anybody else is interested in something like that, definitely go to her page and look at it. It's absolutely amazing. And remind me again, Queens Bee.
Far and then Macy.
Okay, Queens Bee Far Macy.
Yes.
So
You guys are absolutely amazing. Sorry, Jordy Bear. Go ahead.
we did have a question back when we had the foxes out from
Uh-huh.
Stondi. He said, "Are those
On
foxes?"
YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
Are those foxes who make the noises? Yes, they were the foxes that were making those noises that you heard.
Oh, thank you, Jordan, for the clarification. Yes, those were the foxes that you heard.
Make the noises.
Yeah, make the noises. All right.
I only have
Mike.
one answer so far from Chelsea.
Okay, and what was her answer?
She said false. Primarily nocturnal, but will come out during the day.
Okay, and Mike, what is your answer?
I'm also going to lock in false.
Perfect. And everybody would be correct. It is false. That's another really big misconception about raccoons. Mike, do you want to elaborate, or would you like me to elaborate a little bit?
No, I can definitely do it.
Okay, I just was wondering, didn't know.
Yeah, no, the reason why that's false is because they'll change their sleep schedule to mirror when they find the most food.
Which is really smart of them. That also adds to how intelligent they are. A lot of people get nervous if they see a raccoon out during the day. That is not, it's not necessarily a bad thing. These guys, like Mike said, will forage and find food during the hours of the day or night that is most beneficial to them, which is really awesome.
Yeah, everyone thinks if they see him out in the day, the raccoon must be rabid. I
Yeah.
always like to clear that up. While they can carry rabies and could potentially be rabid, but it's very obvious when an animal is rabid. They're walking and moving erratically. They
I mean, look at
are-
Jordan.
Yes, right.
Exactly.
Look at
Jordan's
him.
perfect
Fall over
example
himself.
of a rabid animal, actually.
Wait, are you trying to say I have rabies or I don't?
Oh, you do.
Oh, you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you move erratically and
Big time. Foaming at the mouth.
yeah,
Yeah.
foaming at the mouth constantly.
It's afraid of water.
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Alrighty, Alec, you are next. I don't know why I'm leaving it on the floor. That was so silly of me. Okay, I actually kind of outed this question already, so I have to skip that one. Okay, this is a good one. True or false? Raccoons have opposable thumbs that allow them to grasp objects like humans. I'll repeat that again. True or false? Raccoons have opposable thumbs that allow them to grasp objects like humans. We'll let that simmer a little bit. We'll let that simmer. Trying to think. In the meantime, just a reminder, if you guys are just joining now, we still have space available this weekend to come out and book a tour, but space is limited. So it is the last weekend that monkey encounters are included in your tours. So if you've missed out on that in the past and you don't want to miss out again, I highly suggest booking your tour for this weekend.
And make sure you guys are also coming out to visiting us at Bender's Farm Fresh Market. We are going to be open this weekend, 10 to 4. Make sure you guys come out there and visit us, and I will be there. So it gives you just another reason to come out there.
Oh gosh, it started off so good. Yeah, share. All right,
Share
and
a lot.
share
Share
the
the
lives.
lives.
Share the lives, everybody.
Share the love. And the
Even-
lives.
Even Pua says share.
Okay, so
Right?
we have a bunch of trues and KK Chelsea, ABCGFG true.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
where is that ABCGFG at? Where is that?
Bender's Farm it's here in Boynton. It's literally 3 miles down the road from our safari location. It's on 441. It's, like I said, only 3 miles south of the safari location. All right, Alec.
I got Felix phoning a friend. Felix is letting me know.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. So what me and Felix just talked about is something that it's a very tricky question, but my
It is
answer
very
I'm going to
tricky.
go with is false, because I don't believe that they are actually technically considered to be opposable thumbs, but they do have some of the highest dexterity out of any animal that is not a primate, which means they can use their hands like a human can. They can open up jars, doorways, they can do incredible things with their hands, but I do not believe that those hands or the fingers that they have are considered to be opposable thumbs.
Wrong. No,
Wrong.
I'm just joking. Alec would be right. It is false, and it is a very tricky question because while I have his hand here, I could bring you Pua's hand. You can see he does have 5 fingers and what could look like an opposable thumb, but the way that Alec explained it is absolutely perfect. You are just the cutest thing. Oh my god.
They're unbelievable.
He's so
I literally just
nice.
keep staring straight.
And I gotta say, like, we have animals, like our lemurs have opposable thumbs.
Mhm.
A raccoon, I believe, will get into more things, open up more things than our
I-
lemurs do without them.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree with you. Maybe even more than the spider monkeys.
Yes, for real.
And the spider monkeys don't have thumbs on their hands, but on their feet they have opposable thumbs. And I think a raccoon still could get into more
Yep.
than
Which
both
is
of
why
them.
not a good house pet,
Definitely
everybody.
not.
One of the
Definitely-
worst house pets you could have.
Definitely not. Yeah.
As cute and amazing as they are.
All right, Monty, you ready?
It's my turn.
Yeah, it is your turn.
Okay.
True or false? In the wild, raccoons commonly live in large, permanent family groups of more than 10 individuals. Okay, we'll let that simmer. We need the what? No, not family.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy.
I've been there.
Yeah. No, it's Jeopardy.
Okay, it's Jeopardy, guys. I don't know why I thought it was Jeopardy.
And what was the question again? Read it
Yeah, I'll read it again. True or false? In the wild, raccoons commonly live in large, permanent family groups of more than 10 individuals. I don't know if you guys can hear the sound in the background, but that is the baby sloth Daisy. I think she's a little jealous. She might have to make an appearance on. Addie's helping read the comments behind the scenes too. But Daisy might have to make an appearance too. Actually, if we get enough comments on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, let's do. Okay, I don't want to make this too hard, but I don't want to make it too easy either. Let's do
1,000.
Let's do 10 comments on each platform saying Daisy's name, and we'll bring her out here. She is our baby sloth, Daisy, the one that you guys actually helped name. So, 10 comments on each.
Chance it. AKJ.
AKJ.
Oh, yeah.
Allie,
Yes.
A, B, C, D, F, G says false.
Okay,
Read the
so
question
false.
one more
Okay,
time.
I'm gonna read it again.
Read
True or false? In the wild, raccoons commonly live in large, permanent family groups of more than 10 individuals. All right, Mommy.
Oh, am I answering that?
Well, no. Welcome back to Jeopardy, everybody. All right, Monty, you can go ahead and answer that.
Okay.
It's a little tricky.
No, okay, well, okay, so I know they can be in groups. It's called something really freaking weird too. It's like was it Gast or Gust or something like that? There's like a
I
group
could
of-
fact check that.
Fact check it for me because
Yeah.
it's really
Okay.
weird. It's 4 letters. It starts with a G.
Let's see.
But I don't think that they're known for being in large groups like that out in the wild. At least not permanently.
Oh,
You would be
someone
correct.
said
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is false. Whoever answered false is correct. A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Wait, can you fact check that thing for me?
Yeah.
Because I'm actually really curious. I remember hearing that somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Raccoons called. We're getting this answer now, everybody. Stay.
Two.
A gaze.
Gaze, that's
Did
what it
start
was.
with a G.
Yes.
Which that I learned something new. A group of raccoons is called a gaze, and this in ChatGPT even says, though it's rare to see raccoons gather in large numbers since they're usually solitary, when they do, especially around abundant food sources, it's referred to as a gaze. Pretty mysterious sounding, right?
Comment if you guys
That's
use
exactly
That's
what
pretty
it sounds
mysterious.
right.
Yeah.
Keep your opinions to yourself, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
We have 5 daisies
Wow.
on 5 daisies on Instagram.
All right,
and
Instagram. Instagram rocks. Facebook.
4 on
Oh, let me
Facebook.
check
All right,
here.
Facebook. We need one more Daisy comment for Daisy.
Hello from Colombia.
Woo, Colombia.
Colombia!
Comment Daisy on YouTube, guys.
Hola!
I am, so while we're waiting on that, I'm gonna go ahead and put these little tiny babies away. I'll take one from each.
I'm gonna show Felix.
Yeah, we'll come through.
Felix.
Let you guys say bye to these little babies. Say bye to the babies.
Felix. Hello, everyone.
But everybody stay on. Don't leave. We're not done yet. We're just switching babies out for other babies.
We got
Alright?
daisies all over the place.
Okay, did you check YouTube?
I did
Well,
not,
you know what?
There's
If-
not on YouTube.
If YouTube is not going to comment Daisy, we're not going to penalize Facebook and Instagram. We will still hang out with Daisy. We're going to put these guys away. While we're gone, let's see. Actually, I'm going to have you stay, Alec.
Okay.
I'm going to have,
Okay.
okay. And Mike, you can scoot down if you want.
Alrighty.
While we're gone, because I'm not going to bring Daisy out yet. I have another baby that's going to be coming on. But I want each of you guys to talk about your favorite animal experience that you've had out here and why.
Okay.
Here, Alex.
Good
I'm
luck,
gonna have you
good
scoot
luck.
towards me a little, just so you're in on YouTube.
Of course. My
Alrighty.
pleasure.
Perfect. Alright, so Alex, you want to go first?
I'm thinking. I feel like I've got a lot of animal
You want to go
experience.
first?
My favorite animal experience?
Yeah,
That's
that you've had since working here.
such a loaded question because there's so many different experiences I've had with just amazing animals. I mean, it would have to be with the otter that we have out here, Lila. I was very involved with her ever since she landed here at this facility. She got here at 7 weeks old, and that was around the clock care from everybody that was involved with her, bottle feeding her, burping her, watching her how to swim, watching her take her first dive into the pool, which was really freaking cool. So I definitely would have to say just watching her grow up into being just like the most amazing angel of an otter that we have out here. So Lila does nothing wrong, by the way. For those of you who have come out here for our VIP tours, there are a lot of rules for those tours. Now, with that being said, Lila never breaks those rules. She's an angel.
Even if she does break a rule,
It's not her. It's somebody
Yeah,
else.
it's somebody else.
We throw the blame on someone else.
Mhm. Great
I
job.
think that was a pretty good answer.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah.
answer. Good answer.
Do you
Good
have your answer yet, or would you like me to go first?
You go first. Yeah, all right, you got one.
All right. I don't know why I asked for me to go first because I'm still thinking, but I'll speed up my thinking process actually right now. So I think my favorite animal experience working with animals might be the whole situation with Franklin, our spider monkey. For you guys who don't know what his situation was, we took him in. When we did take him in, we took him in with his best friend Eleanor. And the reason we took him in is because he was very sick. And the place we took him from wasn't able to figure out what was happening. So they surrendered him to us and we rescued him. And when he came to us, he was super tiny. He's a lot smaller than most spider monkeys. At his age, he is also smaller than Eleanor. Eleanor is younger than him and still bigger than him. When he was younger, he had barely any hair on his face, very patchy hair around his body. Now, what we thought it was herpes, because in spider monkeys and monkeys in general, it is very common for them to get herpes. And it is very lethal to spider monkeys.
Yeah, I think it's a 24-hour lifespan once it's diagnosed.
Yeah, so it's very dangerous. The reason we thought that is because he had welts all over his face and inside his mouth. And our vets thought it was, but they didn't know exactly. What we think of it is right now, he's better now. He'll never be 100. His immune system will never be 100%, unfortunately. So we always have to keep an eye on him. But he's doing really good right now. What we did think it was is that he may have bit an electrical wire that fried all of his hair off, gave him the burns inside his mouth and on his face. But when he came to us, our vets kept telling us, don't be surprised if you wake up in the morning and he's just not up, which was very sad to hear. But thankfully, we were able to get him revived and back to health. We would have to give him IVs every day. Thankfully, actually, the reason we knew he was getting better is because my brother, he was one of his main caretakers, was going in there to feed him because we had to feed him through syringe because he wasn't able to eat or drink because of how bad it would hurt. And my brother grabbed him, and Franklin actually whipped his head back and bit him. And that was the best day ever. Some of you guys might think that's bad news, but the reason that is good is because he's never fought back before, and that was him showing that he was gaining more energy and getting better. So that was a really good day, and since then it went uphill from there.
Good answer. Good
It's a great
answer.
answer.
Thank you.
Mine are two parts. I love every experience out here. Every day is a great day. I mean, especially when things are crazy or happening out here. Those are some of my favorite times. But one of them is with Franklin. I just say in the past couple months to like a year, he is becoming a monkey, where he is starting to be playful and want to, like Eleanor, his best friend, is the craziest monkey in the world in the best ways. But Franklin, for a long time, was a little bit more not standoffish, but like cautious. Everything he did because of how sick he was thought out, planned out, and everything. He was a little bit more nerve-wracking around new people, and it was something we were working to get him more comfortable with. But now, he literally, every time you put him back, I can't put him back in his enclosure because he wants to play with you. All he wants to do is wrestle around, and like that's a new thing for him. It's one of my favorite experiences, just hanging out with him and playing with that monkey. But it is the coolest thing ever to see how healthy he is now and how he's becoming a monkey or being a normal monkey and playing with Eleanor and wrestling around and just going crazy. My favorite thing that he does is Eleanor loves to try and trip you. So when you walk past their enclosure, if they're inside that enclosure, the only limbs or body part she can fit through the bars is her tail. And a spider monkey's tail works like an arm for them. So when you walk past their enclosure, Eleanor will stick her tail through and try and grab your ankle to trick you. It's hilarious. It's a great time. Franklin's new thing though is when he sees Eleanor reach his tail through, he runs over and jumps on her tail. And it looks like somebody flying a helicopter while somebody's holding onto a rope that's dangling from it. Because for Eleanor to start jumping branch to branch, and Franklin is just swinging on that tail for dear life. And it's the greatest thing in the world because he's loving it, and she is just trying to swing him off, and she's having fun too, but it's the funniest thing in the world, and it's something he just started doing, and I love it. Other thing I'm going to explain is one crazy day out here, and it was when we were rescuing one of our zebras. I won't share the name of which zebra it is, so you don't think one of them's crazier than the other. But just to share what we do out here, one example of what we do is taking in rescues, surrenders, and adoptions. Somebody in Florida had some zebras at their property, private owners, pretty much in their backyard area, that's okay by us, but it's a crazy state, not something we're surprised by. We went on over to go rescue one of those zebras, and when we were loading them up, I don't know if you guys know, but zebras can be a pretty crazy animal. They go against lions, they go against some of the biggest, best predators on the planet. They have a crazy kick. Single kick from a zebra stops a lion's heart. They will kick in any direction, unlike a horse who's only going behind them. So it's always a crazy situation working with a zebra. And that zebra, when we were trying to get him into the trailer, bring him home so he has a brand new home on our property, was running around crazy and actually broke out of the pathway we created for him. So one of my favorite days was herding this zebra around on the property, keeping him safe and getting him into that trailer. And it was just a great day, just working with him, herding him, getting him comfortable around us. And finally he loaded up in that trailer nice and easy, eating some treats, and had a great drive home, and now has a best friend, brand new girlfriend on our property. So doing great out there. One of my favorite days.
Good answer.
That was a good answer.
Alrighty, so I'm gonna have the three boys go wash their hands and then come back in. Me and Monty are gonna step back in with the next baby. So I wish we had 1 million of these to give to everybody here, but we only have one, but he's perfect. This is Luna's little baby, who we've been calling Achilles for right now, and he is perfect. So, and I can hand him back to you, Mommy, while we talk about lemurs for a second. Now, he is actually doing fantastic. The day he was born, I'm gonna double check because we've been weighing him. Any day that Luna lets us weigh him, we weigh him because we like to monitor to make sure that obviously he's eating, Luna's feeding him, because all of that is extremely important. So on the day he was born, he weighed 138 grams, which might not sound like a lot, but for a baby lemur, that is absolutely amazing. Here, I'm gonna scoot a little bit this way.
I was like, you too.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so 138, or let me double check that again. I lost it for a second. Okay, 138.3 grams the first day he was born to today. He weighed in at, let me double check this so I'm not wrong, 191.8 grams, which is amazing. That means every day,
He's got his tongue out.
he always has his little tongue out, it's so cute. That means every day he's put on like 10 to 20 grams, which is also absolutely amazing. You guys can squeeze back in. And we'll take turns passing him around before he's got to go back out to mom. So he won't be in here for as long as everybody else because he's only a week old compared to the other babies who are 6 weeks old. So we just wanted to take him in here. It's also really good as long as also Luna allows us to handle him as much as possible so that he's comfortable with us. And we are so lucky that Luna is as incredible as she is. She's our black and white ruffed lemur. She's the mom to Neptune, one of our other tri-colored ruffed lemurs. He does smell really good.
He smells good, right? It's crazy.
Yeah, he smells like fruit.
His tongue's up again, too.
Yeah, he has a little tongue.
Little blood.
But yeah, so Luna had Neptune out here with us. She's still here. She's absolutely amazing. And then Mars and Melody, two of our other lemurs, had Apollo. So now Luna and Apollo are mates. And Apollo is what's called a tri-colored ruffed lemur. So he's a mix between a red ruffed lemur and a black and white ruffed lemur. And then Luna is just a black and white ruffed lemur. So he is technically, I guess you can kind of call him, well, what would a tri-colored ruffed lemur and a black and white ruffed lemur together be called?
I don't really know.
A quadruple ruffed lemur, maybe.
A quarter ruffed lemur.
Yeah, maybe a quarter ruffed.
F1, maybe
Yeah,
like a
like,
lot
yeah.
of F1s and stuff like
But
that.
at this age, it's very hard to tell exactly what color. I know he has a little like curly
It almost
piggy
looks
tail.
prehensile.
Yeah.
They're little like this.
It's so
It's like
cute.
a curly fry. from
Imagine when
Arby's.
a tri-colored rough lemur and a black and white rough lemur cross, they get a prehensile tail.
Oh my God.
Imagine that.
They're really
Yeah. But yeah, it's hard to tell like exactly what color or which parent he's gonna take after. But what's really interesting about Apollo is very like orange for a tri-colored rough lemur. He took a lot of his dad's color, but he has the face of a black and white rough lemur. So
I have to say, I'm probably taking off the Apollo. Those
yeah,
little,
right, the little tufts on
yeah.
his ears.
He seems dark.
And he has really hairy toes, just like Apollo, which is one of my favorite things about them. But his back is really dark, so it's really hard to tell what color he's gonna be.
Should have shown him on his toes.
And what's cool is
Yeah, you
red
can
ruff
cover everybody's
lemurs
toes.
and black and white ruff lemurs are actually separate species of lemur
Yeah.
that can mate together and form a hybrid and
These
not a
toes.
sterile hybrid. A lot of times
That's
when
a good
interspecies
thing to
mate,
talk about.
so like let's say a horse and a donkey making a mule, those are sterile animals. They can't make
Or
a
a
baby
zebra
themselves.
and a donkey.
Or a zebra and a donkey, like our girl Zelda. But when you have animals where generally, like I was saying, that usually makes a sterile baby, tri-colored ruff lemurs are not sterile at all. They can produce babies on their own, which is huge because they're critically endangered animals. So
Yeah.
that's their main job, is to create a large enough population size in captivity.
Yeah, they're literally the cutest things.
Sorry.
I love lemurs in general, but I love baby rough lemurs, and the fact that two of our lemurs here were able to produce this absolutely perfect baby is amazing. And what's also super awesome to talk about is this is the first 100% healthy baby lemur that we've had born here. And that's because Melody gave birth to a very premature baby, which is actually his dad, Apollo. When Apollo was born, she tried to hurt him pretty bad, so we immediately had to step in, raise him for the first 6 weeks. My mom and I were feeding him every hour. That was absolutely insane. We also have to give credit where credit is due to Lemurland,
Yeah,
Mercedes at Lemurland.
Mercedes.
She, like, I mean, we
She was
owe
like if it wasn't
Yeah.
for her.
we owe practically Apollo's life to her as well, because she really stepped in and helped us. She is like the lemur guru. Would that be like the right word to use?
Yeah.
She's amazing. But thankfully, as much as we love her help, we have not needed her help with this little guy, because he's been eating. Luna, the second he was born, stepped in, nursed him, cleaned him perfectly, and clearly without as much as he's growing, not as fast as he's growing, he's doing phenomenal. I know Mike wanted to touch on some of his favorite lemur things, so I'll let him talk about some lemur stuff, because he loves the lemurs so much.
So for those of you who have been out here and you've been fortunate or unfortunate enough to be on my tour, I love to talk about these guys. I love talking about these guys. I also make a really funny joke at their enclosure for those of you guys who have heard it. I'm not gonna give out my secret. You guys are gonna have to come out here and come see me on my tour. You guys can book that at animaladventures.com, and you guys can request me as your tour guide if you want to hear that. Now, these guys are my favorite animal that we house here on the property, because they're so familiar with humans, and they actually share a lot in common with humans as well. So they have two sets of opposable thumbs. Now on those fingers, they actually have, just like humans, individual fingerprints, which is really cool.
They're a little too tiny to show you guys, but,
Exactly.
but he's got the cutest.
They also have
little
individual fingernails as well.
Huge. He's gonna be huge.
He's gonna be massive.
Yeah, he's got
He's
huge hands and feet so far. You mind if I pass him to Jordy Bear
Yeah,
while
and I
he's
just want
talking?
to say, something real quick. I wanted to thank Aunt Terry for answering somebody about the nooses again in the back. So thank you, Aunt Terry, for answering that for that
Thank you, Aunt Terry.
person. And then Aunt Donna wants to know how many vets we use.
Wait, sorry,
How
I'm
many
just telling
vets we
Okay.
use?
It really depends on the animal. We're also extremely lucky that we do have absolutely incredible vets. Our number one exotic vet
Well, how
is,
many do we have? They were just asking.
Oh.
How many vets do we use? That's what they asked.
I mean,
I would say,
but it could be between 3 to
Yeah.
5.
Mhm.
Depends on the day, depends on what's happening, you know, what we need. Yeah, the animal. Time of day is a big thing
Who's
too.
available.
Who's available.
we have a lot of people saying hi from Morocco, hi from Brazil.
That's really
Hello.
cool.
Welcome,
Thank you
guys.
guys
Hey.
for joining.
Actually, fun
guys
fact
need to
about
come out and
Brazil, that's
visit.
where our main exotic vet is from. She's from
Yeah,
Brazil.
she is.
Dr. Pardini.
If I could touch on some lemur stuff, I love
Yeah.
talking
Well,
about
I was
lemur
gonna
stuff.
say that too because.
Wait, can we interrupt Mike? Does he still talk?
Yeah,
Do
just
you
still
mind
stuff.
if I interrupted him. I'm sorry.
I
But
have a lot.
I also want to say, I was gonna say, Alec sometimes can't leave the lemur.
Yeah.
I get yelled at as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's a tough one to leave.
Yeah.
let me
If
tell you.
they're-
If you ever
There's
can't
so
find
many-
just look at the
yeah.
spider
Yeah.
monkeys or the lemur
Yeah.
enclosures.
There's so many incredible things to talk about when it comes to lemurs. I think we all can attest to the fact that lemurs are probably the easiest animals to
Oh
talk
my
about, but
God,
also our favorite animal to talk about because like they really are perfect.
There's
Like,
just so
not a
much
single-
too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, there's
so
so much
many
to
crazy
talk about.
Yeah.
just facts about them that you guys probably would never be able to like really rack your brain about. Like my favorite, and then I'll pass it over to Alec because I don't want to bore you guys. Is that the fact that they have 2 tongues? So
Yeah.
they are extremely just like crazy. Like what kind of animal has 2 tongues? Well, rough lemur does. And the way that they're stacked is like a gentleman's tie, just like this, one over the other. And one's going to be comb-like. That's how they groom themselves. The other one's going to be just like humans, where their taste buds reside. So that's how they're going to taste all those lovely fruits, nuts, and flowers in Madagascar.
Tell Mars keep so many wives.
Come on!
We're not gonna repeat
You're
that.
grounded. You're grounded.
When people saying hi from Pennsylvania, hi from Colombia,
Cut the tapes.
Yeah.
Cut the tapes.
hi from Georgia, we have people all over the. all
Thank
over
you
the
guys so
world.
much for the support. We really appreciate it.
And
Really,
then Chelsea
really
just wants
appreciate
to
it.
know how many babies can a lemur have at one time?
So the black and white ruffed lemurs, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm even gonna fact check myself on this, because I've always read that they can have up to 6 babies. But I do want to just double check, and then I'll also answer for red ruffed lemurs, because red ruffed lemurs are a little bit smaller than black and white ruffed lemurs. In the meantime, Alec, if you want to tell them your favorite fact.
Oh, I just want to share 2 things. One
Okay.
of them I want to touch base on Apollo. So if anyone's wondering why Melody was trying to hurt her baby right after. So what happened was he was born super premature. He was born very small. And to explain it for all animals, not just lemurs, but a lot of times when moms in the wild or captivity give birth to an animal that is sick, injured, too small, premature, they often will either try to eliminate the baby or abandon the baby. Why that is they have to give up their own nutrients and resources to keep that animal alive. And if it's born already sick or predisposed with an issue, they generally don't give that effort to take care of it because they know it most likely won't survive. So that's why we had to take over immediately and raise Apollo. That's why Mama wasn't raising him and why Mama was trying to hurt him, was she was trying to take him out of that equation. So she did not have to give up her nutrients to take care of that one. So that happens in the wild, happens in captivity. That's when we have to step in and raise those animals, and it happens all the time. So that's something we want to explain. The other thing, I don't know if you guys mentioned it yet while I was gone, but how important this thing is that this baby was born
Yeah.
is the greatest thing ever. So lemurs, ruffed lemurs, are critically endangered animals, but they are keystone species. They are some of the most important animals in Madagascar. The ruffs around their face, the ruffs of fur, is used for pollination. They're one of the best pollinators on the planet, better than bees at that job. They also cannot digest the seeds of the fruits that they eat. So they poop those seeds right out and they replant them. They're one of the best seed spreading animals on the planet as well. So they're super important, but they're critically endangered. They are hunted every day. Their habitats are getting eliminated as well. So for lower estimates, there is roughly around, believed to be around for red ruff and black ruff lemurs, around 1,000 to a little bit higher in numbers, and they're getting lower. Again, those are estimates. They can't know for sure. So a critically endangered animal, having a baby in captivity is like the most important thing in the world. For ruffed lemurs, the only hope for them on this planet is through breeding programs, create a large enough population size in captivity. You could start what's called isolation breeding, where you can have animals basically kept away from human care, but still getting provided the things they need. When those guys have babies, parents and the babies can be moved out into the wild, and they'll have natural instincts to be a wild population. So the only hope for them in the wild is through breeding like this. And this baby right here is the first step in that. So that is pretty awesome. And we'll be able to hopefully get more lemurs on this planet.
Yeah, it is absolutely amazing.
And just to piggyback off of that really quickly, Duke University has a very good lemur program that they are very successful at breeding rates. And why their numbers are so low is mainly because 363 days out of a calendar year, these guys cannot successfully reproduce. They go through one heat cycle. That heat cycle usually lasts about 48 hours, and that is about it.
Yeah, it's crazy. And to clarify, and then I'll send Monty and Alec out with Achilles so that he can go back to Mama, and then I'll take Daisy out, and then we'll wait to say goodbye until Alec and Monty come back in. But it says that typically, more commonly, black and white ruffed lemurs and red ruffed lemurs will have anywhere between 2 to 3 babies, but they can both actually have up to 6 babies.
Wow.
And their gestation periods are only 102 to 105 days. Luna actually gave birth on exactly 105 days.
Wow,
which is pretty
that's
cool.
awesome.
Full
Yeah.
term.
And then,
Yeah, she went full term.
and then you guys are gonna take the lead.
Yep, I'm gonna take Daisy.
Gavin, just wave to the cameras because Dad's on. He said, "Hey,
You guys go
Gavin."
over this way. Go over this way and leave.
Say, "Hey, Dad."
I'm gonna jump out real quick so I can get Daisy.
I'll go ahead and give one last little look.
Now he's quiet now, but he's gonna be the second loudest primate on the planet when he's older.
He's
The best alarm
second
system.
loudest primate right now. He's still a lemur.
Bye-bye, kitties.
Do you hear him? Al, put him in the hut with Mama.
Yes.
Now that I have you guys here, I just want to remind you guys that we are open this weekend at the Animal Park. Please, please, please come out and visit us at the Animal Park. We did just open and book your tours at animaladventures.com.
And make sure you share the live. Share.
And we at the Animal Park, I don't know if you guys knew this, I don't know if you guys knew this, we did just open up a small petting zoo at the animal. It's nothing crazy. We are going to be expanding it as we get busier and busier. Right now we just have some baby sheep and goats in there and a couple of their moms. So make sure you guys come out and visit us and check that out this weekend.
Alrighty. And we're gonna give the people. We're gonna
Thank
give the
you.
people what they want. Sorry, YouTube. Maybe you shouldn't see Daisy because you didn't comment. I'm joking. I'll still show you guys Daisy. But here's the pretty girl. And we just got her own pillow. So now she's gonna be just like everybody on her special pillow. She's been doing so awesome. This might be weird to talk about, but she is on a regular poop schedule. And the reason why that's so important is because sloths, as babies, will typically poop either every other day or it could be up to every 3 days. She is pooping every 3 days consistently. These guys, their digestive systems are wild. As adults, they will only go to the bathroom every 7 to 8 days. And even now, as a baby, but this is also happens as adults too, every time they go to the bathroom, they lose 1/3 of their body weight every single time, which is absolutely wild.
What I want to do is I'm going to have Mike step up right here and demonstrate the poop dance for you guys.
If you
Oh,
want to do it too, you can.
perfect. Me and Jordy will step out of the frame for a second.
Of course, you guys will.
We will give
Of
Mike the
course.
spotlight for a second.
And I just want to say thank you to Chelsea. Yes, my babies
Oh,
are
I'm doing it by
great
myself?
siblings to Abby. Very
By
good.
myself, okay.
All right. I will.
Should I do?
No, you're gonna face backwards.
Okay.
So I'm gonna talk as we're gonna talk about why this happens. Wait, hold on. Wait a second.
Here,
Don't
step
get low.
on the couch so they get a
Yeah,
better
step
view.
on the couch a little bit. So Mike is gonna Mike is gonna act like a two-toed sloth. So he's gonna wrap his arms around a tree. Now the reason why, or actually I'll let you get nice and low first. So he's gonna climb down to the bottom. He's acting like a sloth, climbing down to the bottom of the tree.
good lord.
Now while he's sitting there, the reason why two-toed sloths have to get down to the bottom of a tree is so that every time they go to the bathroom, once every 7 or 8 days, they have to go to the bottom and they have to do a special dance. Now, go ahead, do your dance. Here we go.
Alright, back to the vertical day, guys.
So the reason why, and I know we're all laughing and it sounds super funny and it looks funny too, but it's actually a real thing that happens. Every sloth will climb down to the bottom of the tree that they're living in at the time to go to the bathroom. They have to do that special dance because that dance will be a form of communication to the bugs and insects living on the sloth's back in the wild, not here of course, to let those bugs know, hey, I'm at the bottom of the tree, I'm going to the bathroom. This is not going to happen for another whole week. If I were you, I would jump off of me, lay your eggs in my poop so they can ferment in there because it's going to be super beneficial to your baby bugs. And then when I'm done dancing, you can hop back on. I know we're talking about poop and everybody's laughing at me in the back. But it's going to allow those bugs to lay their eggs. Then when the sloth is done dancing, they'll jump right back on the sloth's back and then climb back up with the sloth. So it's a really important thing. There are actually a lot of bugs that are beneficial to the ecosystems of South and Central America that would be extinct today if it weren't for sloths, which is really cool. Another fun fact is we also wouldn't have avocados if it weren't for sloths, which is also really interesting.
Alright, don't get too much up because you want people to come and
I
sit
know.
down on the tour.
I know. Well, anyways,
Al will keep talking for
I will
hours and
talk for
hours.
hours.
She will.
Alec and Monty, if you guys want to squeeze in the front here so we can all say goodbye to everybody.
Wait, so before we cue the outro, I do want to just remind everyone we are going to be posting on Snapchat on Animal Adventures on Snapchat, so make sure you guys please go and follow that. Please, please, please.
Alrighty, well, in that case, we are going to wave goodbye to everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us.
Our Animal Adventure Live!
We will see you guys next week for episode 13.
Woo!
How long do we wait for?
That's May 1st, right?
Yes. No.
May 1st.
I think it's
Maybe.
May 1st. We have something very
get my mom's
exciting
birthday
planned for the May 1st live.
What is it?
Make sure you guys are watching.
Can I stop waving?
You can stop waving. We will see you guys next week. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much.
Bye.
My mom doesn't know how to end the live.
End the live. Stop the tapes.
Goodbye.
Okay, good.
Delete the VOD.
I don't know how to do that one.
Just put
Finish.
on the bottom.
Finish.
Write a comment.
What about YouTube?
And
Bye.
then X on top.
X.
Bye.
See ya.
Wait, what?
Finish up your setting. I just pressed the X.
Good luck.
Stupid setting.
Party there.
Hi.